So back here, um, and yeah, just making another video here. And what I want to talk about in this one is it's a little bit more, I guess, personal, kind of deep on some stuff. Basically, if anybody hasn't, which I know they haven't, but like kind of followed me throughout this whole journey. Long story short is I wanted to start making some videos to kind of document my progress and what I'm doing and stuff. Because back in early August, I had left my job essentially, and I was like, I've got to leave this so I can get my business kind of up and running, everything going. And obviously, turn this on up just a little bit. There we go. Shit. But anyways, like I say, I got the kerosene heater over here. But left my job, and because I was trying to get everything set up for this business to get it going. And due to so many setbacks, some have been my fault, some have not been. And I just can't stand being around normies or NPCs, and just kind of dealing with that bullshit and stuff, right? Like I can't work a normal job. I can't be around people. I can't have coworkers. And it's been kind of a long time coming. It's been a little over a couple years since probably about 2.5 years since I kind of came up with this plan to get everything worked out to where I could be able to do this. And in this whole journey, I left my construction job, started working from home. Then the work from home job just got to where it was too much. Things changed. I wasn't happy. I'll never be happy at a job. So, I mean, I don't know how jobs usually are. I mean, everybody's got their story where they complain about shit and their job and whatnot. But I just can't do it. I can't work for others. I don't like being told what to do. Somebody tells me what to do. Just something in my brain immediately triggers saying not to do it, to do the opposite, right? I've been like this for a long time. I just kind of came to terms with it at that point. It all really started whenever my daughter was born, and it took me like 6 months to figure out a plan of action. And I started implementing it, and the majority of everything that's happened, though, has happened within this past, well, since March, I would say. Because the first little bit was kind of just grinding it out, finding a location, and March is when everything kind of really started. So, anyways, what I'm trying to get set up is a home rental business, or housing, I should say. There's trailers and better built barns, whatever, right? Whatever you want to call it. But the point I wanted to make is that I kind of wanted to make these videos to document the progress. You know, if anybody else has kind of going through these similar things, and for everybody to be able to, or if anybody has any ideas, suggestions, they've been there together, just kind of find a community of people kind of going through the same shit, or to maybe help inspire someone. offer what advice that I have and receive advice that others may have, right? And channel's kind of become something a little bit different, though. I mean, it's all just me sitting around talking and stuff, with no editing or anything. And probably my favorite video is the video where I went to the cave, just kind of hanging out and showing off my shit and stuff that I had with me. Had some other ones. There's been a few other ones I've liked. It's not like I hate them or anything, but the others, that is. But it's kind of come to where I just want to talk about things and explore things, different topics, and different things that other people may have going on. And just kind of have some conversation about philosophies and religion, just kind of the anti-normie shit as well as the main one. Sorry, I'm just kind of warming up my hand here a little bit. But which I'm glad the channel's kind of taking that turn though. It's because it's kind of like I can only talk so much, right, about the one topic and stuff. Is there's so much more to me. There's so much more that I want to say, and a lot of it I won't speak about on here for obvious reasons and stuff. But so I mean that's kind of where we're at. This has been wasn't just a leave your job and make your dreams happen, thing like it is in theory. I know that this shit's going to happen and it's going to work out. There's no way that it can at this point. Like, that's not a doubt in my mind. What is a doubt in my mind, though, is just how long it's going to actually end up taking now that we are where we are at. And I am going to be completely self-employed or retired, as I like to say, just to kind of piss people off a little bit. Excuse me, I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper and it's got me nasty, but by the time that I'm 30, which was the original goal, it was going to be 27 and a half. I'm going to be turning 28 here in a couple of months. We're looking at 28 and a half. But like I talked to about to my wife and stuff, this beats fucking 60, 65 like everybody else. Again, they're normies, so a lot of times they're happy with this shit, or they're unhappy, but they feel as if they have to do this or whatever, right? And something else we've talked about too is, me and my wife, we've just celebrated our 11-year anniversary, and which we go by the anniversary in which we started dating. Just because we've been dating for a lot longer than we've been married, and marriage is just a piece of paper in the courthouse that legally binds you, and financial bullshit and stuff, government stuff, whatever. So, and like we mentioned too, is like a lot of people will spend their entire life searching for their soulmate, and a lot of people will, sometimes find them sooner, later, what have you. We was lucky enough to find each other whenever we were younger, and we were also fortunate enough, or we are fortunate enough to be able to be close to this position in which we can spend all of our time together, like with our daughter and stuff. I'm just warming up my hands here. But at the end of the day, I'm always rushing stuff because I want to hurry up and get to the next step of everything. But that's not always how everything kind of works out. It takes a little bit of time. You got to be a little bit patient. But I'm learning that as I go. And the process in between where I've been, where I'm at now, and where I will be is three entirely different things. Um, where I am now is just an emotional roller coaster, and we are limited on time to a certain extent, because while we do have a little bit of money left and stuff, because we had the loan go through and everything, is which is great. But every month that goes by, that's more money down the drain just to live off of, or we're not recouping any of it, right? And so that's kind of our issue and where we're at, and it's definitely been emotional. There's been a lot of just stressing, and it's kind of why I've had this little bit of break. I talked about some in the last video. Is just not really been in the right headspace to make a lot of these videos. So that's kind of where that's at. I wrote this down, I thought, in kind of a cool way. So let me just go ahead and flip to that real quick. Yes. Okay. So this here isn't a story about, again, just leaving your job, making the shit happen. All's well that ends well, right? It's a story not necessarily about success, because again, while that will come with time, what I want more than anything is to be able to just have enough money to live off of, and then to be able to spend a lot of time with my family. So this isn't a story about success, it's a story about perseverance. And just making sure that kind of doing all that I can do to be able to make this happen. And once it's all said and done with, it's going to be fine, right? You always kind of struggle and worry about shit in the moment, but then once you've achieved that thing or got that thing, you're good. Let me make that title of this video. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, if anybody watches this, or if anybody's kind of going through some similar situations, or if anybody needs any help or ideas or anything on, what they might can do to try to get out of the normie society or something like that. Because I mean, it sounds a bit cynical and stuff, I guess is the right term, but kind of fuck the normies. I don't care. They can stay in their fucking hamster wheel and keep rolling. But, those people that's kind of aware of things and have greater plans and things for the future and stuff like that. Like, we need to get out of that stupid grind set so then we can grow and, become who we want to be and do what we want to do. I think that's important. So anybody like that's watching, you need some help figuring some shit out or whatever, just let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. It'd be cool. But anyways, hope you guys kind of enjoyed this one. Not a story about success, but a story about perseverance. So I like that. That sounds cool. I'm going to make one more just because it kind of relates to a story that is happening. And then after that, that'll kind of be my three. So this one here should go up on Thursday. And then the next one I'm going to make be Friday. Then I had the one before. I'll set it to upload for tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday. So, but anyways, anybody watches this? Sorry, I was yawning. Have a good one.